Hey, good morning, YouTubers. It's been 4 months since I've been on in the field, but here I am. I'm going to try out the new Hawaiian Custom Menpachi rod. This is the 10'7". It's a good all-around length. I got one of my two favorites, my 5000 Inspira ISX. This one has mono. The other one I have has braid. I'm going to be using a tracer shot jig by Mustang. So wish me luck. So here we go. First cast. Wow. You know, it's not a wimpy type of rod. This is strange. It's not. It's almost more like a one-piece reaction, whereas a lot of the normal type of rods, you get more of a bend about a quarter of the way up. This one, the whole rod seems to absorb the stress of the throw and use the strength of the whole rod to make a cast. Pretty cool. Well, it looked like the place cleared up pretty good after that huge rain we had. Still has debris in the water, but not as bad as I thought it would be. And the water is a couple foot normal visibility, so that's okay. These areas are breeding grounds to produce more stock for the reefs. They grow up here. When they get large enough, they go out to the open ocean. They come back here again. I already lost my jig, so I'm using, this is a flanker lure. And this one spot here, I've caught quite a few fish on the same lure. That's why it's all shredded up. Haven't used this for 2 years now. Well, it's called sinking, but it's really a subsurface lure. See what happens. You know, it depends on the rate of your retrieval, right? You know, if you don't do anything, it's going to sink, but it's going to sink slow. So in an area like this, it's actually a pretty good lure, because as long as you keep up the retrieval speed, it stays just under the surface of the water. Reeling it back in, and looks like something small took it. Yep, something small. And it's a small kuda. Okay. Can't believe this little guy tried to eat this lure, but this lure does pretty damn good. I've caught so much fish here off of this lure. There. And there you go. Good to break it in. I mean, even on a small fish, it's good to break it in. Now my rig is going to have that nice salty smell to it, so it may look good, but it's going to sound like, wow, he caught something already. Okay, got something small again. Oh, splash surface. Come on. Don't tell me when it splashes surface is through the lure. Oh no, he's still on. As you can see, he's small. What is this? The day of baby barracudas? Oh, you saw that? He threw it. Well, I didn't want the barracuda anyway, but he threw it. Okay, 2 barracudas on the board. So let me read you some of the specs here. This is 10'7" in 2 pieces. It's a medium heavy. Action is medium fast. Rated for 8 to 20 pound test line and half to 2. Now, normally when I hit areas like this, I tend to use SSTs and guide select pros that go 1, 1 1/4, up to 1 1/2. This one here is rated up to 2, and it shows. And the reaction, it shows. I mean, just from the 2 small hits I got, if it wasn't for the rod tip registering something, I would have never known. It's a well-balanced rod. I would recommend getting it, not just for salt, but also for fresh. When I'm tossing out my line, I give a decent full body swing, and just before it hits the water, I flick the bill. The reason why I do that is so the line has a chance to stretch out a bit. You don't want that line to bunch up when the lure hits the water, because then you might get some twirling right here, right above the spool. That has happened a couple of times, especially when you're using stiffer line. Braid, you really don't have to worry too much, but it does happen. So I kind of like to trip that bill seconds before the lure hits the water. That way it gets a chance to even out the line. Well, my friend Russell just arrived. He tried this rod. He loves this rod. He said it's a lot beefier than the one he's using. To me, it feels a lot stronger than my normal Guide Select Pro and SST rods. You know, it's the same thing I did, where the whole rod length itself took up the brunt and the strain of the lure action. In other words, I would highly recommend this, and he would highly recommend this. So what is my honest recommendation here? I love this rod. I mean, I am no longer with Okuma, so my opinion doesn't really matter that much, but I like this rod. This is the 10'7". You can bomb with the 12 and 13, but the 10'7" is good because I can turn, and I can get make some great casting distance. I say I would go with this. The whole rod is a different configuration from my normal SSTs and GSPs. So instead of it loading up towards the upper third to a quarter, the whole carbon rod takes up the strain. This is a good rod, and I'm using a Fish Lab flanker. I tell you, I already see it's all busted up because two kudos already tried to make breakfast out of this morning. My friend Russell came by, tried this out. He was impressed, so I got him thinking now maybe get one of these over his Daiwa. So we'll see what happens. I'm using my Okuma 5000 Inspira. Because I'm in the estuary area, I really don't need the mono like I would have used in a coral reef area, but I think next time I come out, I do have another 5000 with braid. I'm going to use that instead. So that's my report. Thank you.